Most people wouldn't be too impressed with getting a phone call at 4 a.m. But when it's the newly crowned king of the jungle ringing from down under, you'd probably make an exception. In fact, on hearing the excitable tones of Sam Thompson down the line, his girlfriend Zara McDermott went one step further and declared her unconditional love. She said she's fallen in love with me all over again and that this is the most proud she's ever been, says Sam. It was so lovely to hear, as it had been a long month and she was obviously my first call, and I needed to hear her voice to remind me of home, even though she said I probably smell. But Zara was not alone in falling in love with Sam, as viewers were equally bowled over by his combo of wide-eyed innocence and lovable charm. In the end, he secured a whopping 56.6% of the vote, with former professional boxer Tony Bellew coming second with 43.4%, while former UKIP pleader Nigel Farage took third place. As Sam settles back in his hotel room, freshly showered and in a new set of clothes, he is clearly still in shock after Sunday night's victory. And the future looks very bright indeed, with offers of TV presenting set to come in thick and fast as broadcasters look to snap him up. But despite loving the ride so far, it's clear he has one eye back home. "I've really missed my goose, and I can't wait to get home and give her a squeeze," Sam says. She said that she can't wait to spend Christmas together and just do stupid little things, like getting cozy on the sofa and decorating the tree, all things that she knows I wanted to hear. "I'm like a hobbit, and sit in a hole for most of the year." The reason why Zara wasn't in Australia was because she had been taking part in the latest series of Strictly Come Dancing. In the end, she was the fifth celebrity to leave the BBC show, while Sam obviously made it through to the final and ultimately triumphed. "I can't resist asking if it ever gets competitive between the two. No, we are a team. I want her to win everything," Sam laughs. "Not only does it make her happy, but also it's our life together. I love winning, yes, but I love all of us winning." But while his affection for Zara is clear, he laughs when he says he spectacularly failed to communicate with her mid-show, unlike fellow camper Marvin Humes. Viewers spotted the JLS star touching his heart with his right fist every time his name was called out during the live evictions. "Marvin told me that he did it so his kids and Rochelle knew it was for them, and that he was okay. I was like, oh I haven't come up with any." The bad weather and lack of food was top of the celebrity's pet hates about life in the jungle for this series. But talking to Sam, he says he didn't experience similar peeves because it was offset by the general excitement of being in the jungle. "It might be different for proper celebrities going into the jungle who might not be as big a fan of the show or haven't watched it as much, but I just thought I won't get a chance to do this again." Sam stayed out of trouble during the show when it came to getting involved in any of the fiery political debates such as Brexit. And he says that this wasn't a deliberate tactic to avoid controversy, but that he didn't have a clue as to what they were talking about. "I didn't know what was going on, and I had nothing to add, so I'd literally sit there, and obviously with my ADHD, my gaze would go everywhere, and I'd just find myself following a butterfly instead down by the creek," he says. As for Nigel Farage, he says he didn't know much about him ahead of the jungle. He added, "The guy that I got used to in there was a sweet enough dude. He kept himself to himself but mucked in when he needed to. He is like 61 or something, and going up and down that creek to get water, it's tough." I'm glad I didn't have any preconceived notions of him or anyone in there because, you know, it really makes the experience the most original you could ever have." His time in the jungle was also praised for shining a light on his ADHD, which he was only diagnosed with last year. Viewers watched as he opened up to Marvine and Josie Gibson, saying how he was not ashamed of the condition. And he says that he hopes by talking about it, it can raise awareness. "I wish I'd got diagnosed way earlier in my life, so if it has helped people or if it helps them get diagnosed at a young age or get their kids diagnosed, then that is absolutely brilliant," he says. Also, "I hope it might push adults to go and get a diagnosis as so many have no idea and it could change their life. I'm really glad that it stayed in the edit and by talking about it, it could make a difference." Sam is later mobbed by fans as he makes his way to the swimming pool for our photo shoot, and you can't help but feel it's a sign of things to come. He's already got booked-in plans to go on tour with his podcast with best mate Pete Twix next April and has a daily show on Hits Radio too. But after his victory, the sky's the limit for Sam. And he has already set his sights on emulating his showbiz heroes Ant and Dec. "I'll tell you what I've always dreamed of doing, and this is very much the pipe dream because you can't ever do it," he says. "But I look at Ant and Dec as heroes, and if I could do even a millionth of what they do, I think I'd die a happy man. I would absolutely love to do some sort of entertainment stuff. But to be honest, I've got what I want. I've got what I need already. And so anything else would be a bonus, to be honest with you, Tom, and that's what made the show so special for me. I was in it for an experience and I've got it. You can't say fairer than that." Follow Mirror Celebs on Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube and Threads.